What is the real matrix? It's not made of code, it's made of conditioning. You weren't plugged into a simulation by machines. You were born into one. Not digital, but psychological. Not wires and screens, but beliefs and fears. The matrix is the inherited programming of society, the invisible architecture of assumptions passed from one unknowing generation to the next, like a family heirloom. It doesn't live in computers. It lives in language, in school systems, in bedtime stories, in national anthems, in advertising jingles and unspoken rules. It's what tells you who you are before you've even asked the question. You don't remember choosing this version of reality because you never did. It was installed in you before you had the awareness to question it.
And that's the genius of it. A trap so subtle that you mistake it for truth. You're told what's normal, what's moral, what's real, and every time you deviate, the system responds, not with punishment necessarily, but with alienation.
A raised eyebrow, a cold shoulder, an empty room. The matrix polices not just your actions, but your thoughts. It makes you edit yourself in real time just to belong. But it's not evil. Not in the cartoon sense of villains twirling mustaches and plotting in shadows. It's a momentum, a pattern, a dream that keeps dreaming itself. Every teacher, parent, politician, influencer, and even spiritual guide who hasn't awakened is part of it. Not because they're malicious, but because they too are inside it, passing it on like a virus coded into their breath. That's how it spreads. Not by force, by habit, by love, by tradition. The matrix makes you mistake the mask for the man, the ego for the essence. It convinces you that you are your job title, your social status, your trauma, your preferences. It tricks you into trading aliveness for survival, obedience for virtue, distraction for freedom, safety for fulfillment. It convinces you that staying small is responsible, that fitting in is noble, that truth is whatever gets the most likes. And you don't need a red pill to see it. What you need is radical awareness, the kind that shatters not just beliefs, but the part of you that clings to them. Once you see the matrix, it doesn't vanish, but it can't hold you the same way, because it can only own the parts of you that still identify with the dream. Freedom doesn't mean escaping the matrix, it means mastering it from within. But what most never realize is this: the social matrix is just the interface. Behind it lies a deeper structure, older than history, subtler than propaganda. The cosmic matrix, not made of politics or media, but of polarity, limitation, entropy, and time. It's metaphysical. It's the scaffolding of 3D existence. It's not just government, it's gravity. The whole reality you're in is a system of separation so complete that spirit, once entangled in it, forgets itself entirely. This is not oppression. This is initiation. You came here on purpose, not as a prisoner, but like a player in a video game. As a shard of infinite consciousness willingly stepping into a sandbox made of rules. Rules like cause and effect, duality, decay, and karma. This is soul training through immersion. It's like diving so deep into a dream that you forget you're dreaming, just to see if you can remember again. That's the game. That's the artistry. But something's off. There's a distortion in the code, like static in the signal. Some say the matrix was hijacked. Others say the corruption was built in. Either way, this version of the dream has become a feedback loop of fear. A realm where control has been ritualized, where shame is a currency, where ignorance isn't just accidental, it's profitable. Here, entities appear, not as demons with pitchforks, but as patterns of consciousness, thought forms, parasites of belief, egregores fed by our collective attention. They don't need to possess you. They just need you to scroll, to consume, to compare, to forget. They ride the waves of your doubt and feed on your despair. They hide in media, in ideologies, in your own inner critic. And the darker joke is, they were born from us. They are the child of collective fear, magnified and given shape.
And here's the cruelest sleight of hand. The matrix lets you think awakening is escape, but it's not.
Awakening isn't flying away. It's becoming lucid inside the dream. It's realizing you are the dreamer, not just the character. It's not about leaving the matrix behind. It's about remembering that you were never trapped to begin with. The social matrix and the cosmic matrix aren't separate systems. One is a reflection of the other, a fractal. The social matrix is what happens when the metaphysical principles of separation and duality are unconsciously replicated through human structures. The cosmic matrix says, you are separate from God. The social matrix echoes, you are separate from power, love, and worth. The rules of the game were seeded into our mythologies, our biology, our calendars. Time became a master. Death became a fear. Identity became a trap. Instead of wholeness, we got hierarchy. Instead of unity, we got bureaucracy. Instead of love, we got approval. These aren't accidents. They are echoes. Humanity, asleep at the wheel, has recreated the divine illusion in its own forgotten image. But here's the twist in the story. Because the matrix is a mirror, it also contains the map. Every falsehood contains a pointer toward truth. Every distortion hints at something pure. Every chain reveals the place where you once had wings. So if separation is the illusion, and it is, then you are not in the matrix. You are the matrix. Not as villain or tyrant, but as dreamer, architect, and witness. The matrix is your own consciousness projected outward and made into a stage. The fear, the control, the longing, all of it is you, playing different parts. When you chose to enter form, you fractured yourself into roles. I and you, self and world, subject and object. Like a white light split through a prism into many colors, you appear divided, but it's still all you. The system is not separate from you. The trap is thinking it is. You want to tear down the walls, but they were built from your own mind. Freedom isn't escape, it's reintegration. It's remembering the dream without getting lost in it. It's becoming so aware that the illusion loses its grip. Not because it vanishes, but because it becomes transparent. You see through it. You don't escape the matrix by running. You escape by outgrowing it. By becoming too awake to be manipulated, too whole to be divided, too present to be programmed. The matrix runs on momentum, keeping you locked in loops of thought, loops of fear, loops of reaction. But presence severs the loop. It halts the spiral. It anchors you into the only place the matrix can't touch. The now. The present moment is where your power lives, and in that stillness you begin to reprogram. You uninstall the falsehoods layer by layer. You examine every belief and ask, is this mine, or was it given to me? You dismantle the scaffolding of identity until you touch what was always there, unconditioned, unborn, undivided. Then you begin to dream again. But differently this time. Like a lucid dreamer who knows the monsters can't hurt him unless he believes they can. You shift the frequency. You play a different game. You stop chasing status and survival and start moving with purpose and presence. You stop consuming and start creating. You stop reacting and start imagining. You become what the mystics once called a world builder. Not one who escapes the matrix, but one who reimagines it. This is what the film The Matrix was really about. It wasn't just fiction, it was initiation. A coded message in blockbuster form. It showed us a simulated reality built to enslave minds. But the deeper message was this, that our world is no different. Not digital, but psychological. Not coded in binary, but in belief. The matrix we live in is sustained not by machines, but by momentum, by forgetting, by unconsciousness, but also by our agreement to play small. And the deeper matrix? That's not the enemy. That's the stage, the dreamscape, the cosmic womb where light forgets itself to be born again as awareness. The film revealed the social matrix as metaphor. The social matrix reflects the cosmic matrix as mimicry. And both are happening within you. You are not just in the matrix. You are the dreamer dreaming the matrix, the prisoner and the key, the actor and the script, the seeker and the spark. To awaken is not to burn it all down. It is to realize you were never just the character in the story. You were the storyteller all along. So wake up, Neo. You were never meant to run. You were meant to remember. You're not here to lead a rebellion against machines or to save the world in the way they told you. You're here to wake up so completely that the illusion has no power left over you. You are not just in the matrix. You are the projector, the screen, the characters, the plot, and the silence beneath it all. You're the one, but not because you're special. You're the one because the one is all there is. The one is everything, and everyone else is just another facet of you, experiencing the matrix through infinite unique perspectives within a paradoxical, multiversal singularity. But don't let the ego hijack that truth. The one isn't your personality, it's what remains when the mask falls away. This isn't solipsism. It's not that no one else exists, but that everyone is the same essence, appearing as many. It's not about being special. It's about remembering there's only one true consciousness here, playing all the parts simultaneously. So stop looking for the exit. Start looking through. Because when you fully embody what you are, the matrix doesn't need to be destroyed. It simply dissolves. And when it does, you won't walk out of the dream. You'll walk through it, like a god remembering his own reflection, not to escape reality, but to recreate it. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.